Hey guys, Victoria Paxton here. Thanks for stopping back by my YouTube channel. Okay, today we're doing a Q&A. That's right, a Q&A. Hey guys, I got Mr. V here off screen. Say hi.
Hello.
He's going to read my questions to me. I'm doing this Q&A of questions that you left me. Okay, so like, share, subscribe. It's all free. All right, here goes. You know, I hate saying this. Everything in this video belongs to me, myself, and I. If you are a psychic, you don't need to copy from me. Do your own reading. Anybody else on this channel, do your own research. Don't take what I say word for word, verbatim. You know, this is for entertainment purposes only. And if you're a fake psychic and you feel the need to start a YouTube channel and steal from me, well, then I'm going to have to take it to court, which sucks. So, all right, so let's get started. He's going to read the question to me, and then I'm going to answer. How about that?
All right, Victoria, you ready?
Let's go.
Blair Warner Killer 78 on YouTube asks, how are you doing and feeling?
Hey, Blair. I'm really good. I just want to say thank you so much for all of your thoughts and prayers and hugs from everybody. I'm doing much better. Went to my cardiac specialist recently. He upped my meds a little bit, but I'm doing a lot better. It's not gone completely. My blood pressure still bottoms out, but it's not like it used to be. It was every freaking day. It was a nightmare. So I'm getting much better day by day. Hopefully it will continue.
Okay, next person we have Shannon
Thank you.
Plastier
Plastier.
on YouTube.
I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably wrong.
Well, I definitely got it wrong. All right. Shannon says, I'm a regular on FNL, but I'm curious, do you ever pick up stuff on us? And if so, would you tell us?
Hey Shannon, one of my regulars on FNL. I love my FNL people. Friday Night Live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here on my channel, you guys. My worthless little plug there. Look at that. Okay, so yes, the answer is yes. I do get things. In the past, it's been like really important things that I wouldn't want to put out to everybody in the group. That I wouldn't want the interwebs. You know, everything on the internet stays forever. So in the past, I've contacted the people directly and told them what I was getting. Now, that's not to say that sometimes I don't get little things, because I do. And from here on out, as long as it's something I can share with everybody, I will do that. So be forewarned. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, we have up next is Deanna, of course, for 8443 on YouTube.
Hey, Deanna.
Hi, Deanna. Would love to know what you know about the afterlife. All right, let's go with that one first.
So I've been fortunate to see the afterlife. I choose to call it heaven. Whatever you call it's what you call it. It's up to you. It is hard to explain and describe what I saw. It's the most brightest, vivid colors you'll ever see in your life. Like, I've never seen any. Yeah, so it's the most vivid, brightest colors I've ever freaking seen. Like, I could never compare to that. It's just, it's like perfect. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it, you guys. It's hard to put into words what I've seen, you know? Okay.
All right, also, Deanna, of course, would love to hear about your first time connecting with the soul.
Okay. So, my mom asked me to take the trash out. It was dark. We had to walk out the back door, walk down the sidewalk, and then I had to go through the gate, go out to the trash can, put it in there, shut the lid, come back in. Anyway, so I walk out, and all of a sudden I just get like chills. And I didn't know what the hell was going on, so I stopped because I was really little, and I put the bag down, and I just chills. And all of a sudden I couldn't see my backyard. Okay, keep in mind it's pitch black out. It's nighttime, and there's like no lights right there. but it's pitch black out, and all of a sudden I can't see my backyard, and I see like the underneath part of a house, and I see a little boy laying there. So I believe it was the day before on the news, they came on and said that a little boy 2 towns over had disappeared, right? So I'm a little kid myself. So I'm standing there like, okay, what am I seeing? Why am I seeing the underneath of somebody else's house? Why am I seeing this little boy? Because in my mind, the little boy ran away. Evidently, behind the scenes, the police knew something bad had happened in the house. And they knew he was no longer alive, okay? But they weren't saying that. They were just saying he was missing, like he had, ran away. So I'm seeing this, and I'm like, what the hell am I seeing? Like, I'm a little kid, right? And then all of a sudden, I hear this little boy's voice. And I was like, well, where is this coming from? I remember just looking around, like, whoa, to the point to where after that, every time I had to go outside when it was dark in my backyard, I was freaked out. I was panicked. Like, it was so scary, but he told me he was under the house. Okay. And in my little head, I'm like, what the heck? What does that mean? Because I thought he ran away, As it turns out, they ended up finding him. His family member had killed him and put him in the crawl space underneath the house for I think 4 days or 5 days. Maybe it was 5 days. I don't know. And then he took his body and put him in a trash can, I guess, and set him out for the trash. But yeah, that was the first one that I can remember. And I mean, I had other little things, I think, prior to that, but that was the most vivid one that sticks with me. I was freaked out. It definitely flipped me out. And I didn't tell anyone. That was the thing. I was scared to death. I ran back inside after I dumped the trash, and I ran straight back to my bedroom, and I got in my bed. It freaked me out. It scared me.
Okay. Next, we have Lindsay Smith, 240 or 2401. Lindsay asks, will you share something that is mystical, phenomenal, that you've experienced? Something that you've never shared with anyone? Oh, this should be good. Also, do you believe in aliens? Have you ever seen one?
As far as something mystical that I've never shared with anyone, nope. Never shared it with anyone, never will, including you, honey. It's another bizarre thing that freaked me out, and I doubt I'll ever share that. I doubt I'll ever share that, okay? Sorry, just being honest. As far as aliens, yes, I believe in aliens.
Why would that be?
Shut up. Knucklehead.
Yeah, tell the story. Warn them.
No. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here. Maybe I'll do a video about it in the future. But I was in communication with an alien. I hate even saying that out loud. I feel like people are going to think that I'm a crazy psychic, right? Yes, I saw him. I know his name. He told me a lot of things about where he's from and why they're here, and some really specific things that I'm not going to put out on the interwebs right now, because I don't want anybody out there necessarily knowing all the specific details of what was said to me. I know that sounds so kitschy and stupid, but they're definitely real, you guys. Anybody that wants to say they're not, I beg to differ with you. They're definitely real.
So it's good that you're talking about it, though. You don't want to, because I get it. And people are going to say you're crazy. But
no, I don't think I'm crazy anyway, but they'll think I'm more crazy.
But when he did say that he would let everybody know when the time was right.
And that's not today.
And it's not today, but it's going to happen. And when it does happen, these people right here that see this video will know that you're not crazy and BSing.
I mean, because listen, you guys, trust me, prior to communicating with this man, I don't know what to call him, I would hear people talk about, you know, being abducted by aliens and, oh, you know, this craft landed in my backyard and it sucked me up in it. And, you know, just all these stories. And I was just like, are you sure you don't need to be in an institution somewhere? Like, that's what I thought, right? So I can see other people watching this going, Victoria's a wackadoo. Victoria needs to be in an institution somewhere. So I get it, you guys. I get it, okay? But they are real. And they are amongst us. Whether you like it or not, they are there. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. That was my best Forrest Gump impression, in case y'all didn't catch that.
All right. So, Sharon Grant on YouTube asks, how did you and Mr. V meet, and how many children do you really have? No,
I think it said really have.
No.
So
I
you
just
guys,
stuck that in there. How many children do you have?
You guys know Sharon Grant from my Friday Night Lives. I love Sharon. She said, you know, you have a lot of new subscribers. They might want to know. I was like, okay. So we have one biological son. Mr. V and I met at a bowling alley. And ironically enough, so let me tell you the full story. So I was there.
You're going into the full story on this one, but not the other one?
Shut up. So I was at the bowling alley with two couples. The one was engaged and the other one had just gotten engaged. And I was hanging out with the four of them, you know, the fifth wheel. And I had sworn off dating Friday night. This was Saturday morning. There was a bowling competition. And so one of the guys I was with said, hey, that guy keeps staring at you. He keeps checking you out. And I'm like, whatever. No, he's not. So then the one girl that I was with was like, oh, he's flirting with me. Look, he's flirting with me. And I'm like, you're engaged. What are you talking about? Like, that's gross. You're engaged, right? So then the one guy came to me and he said, no, he's definitely flirting with her. Me. And I was so embarrassed because he said out loud, like, hey, do you want to ask her out on a date? That I literally ran to the bathroom and was like, I'm not coming out of here until everybody's gone. Like, forget this. It was so embarrassing, right? So the two guys I was with kind of like protected me. The one guy was like a big brother. So he went over and started asking Mr. V a bunch of questions. And then he sent his fiance into the bathroom to get me. She's like, he wants to ask you out. Like, you need to come out here and talk to him. He's a really nice guy. So I come out and he's like, yeah, I was asking your friends if I needed to fill out an application to date you. Because they were asking him so many questions. So that's how we met. We met at a bowling alley that is now closed, which sucks. Yeah. And so we were not married. We were talking about marriage, and I found out I was pregnant. So I had my son, and we got married when he was 6 months old. And then along came when our son was 18 months old. A friend called and said, if you don't come get these kids, I'm going to kill them. That was her exact verbiage. We jumped in the car. She lived like 45 minutes away. We drove out there. We picked her and the kids up, and we went to Chuck E. Cheese. Kids were playing, and she said, I need to talk to you guys. She said, I'm going to prison, and I need you to take my kids. And Mr. V and I looked at each other. We didn't even think about it, and we were like, yeah, okay. And we ended up taking them in. She had a 4-leaf clover up her ASS and was able to get off of the sentence and get out. She was out like so quick. It was literally, she was supposed to spend years in prison, and it was literally a couple of weeks. And it turns out she was drugging and drinking. Again, we found out, and we were like, we're not just going to hand your kids back to you when you're doing this crap. Like, no, you know, we've got them away from that. We're not doing that. We ultimately took them in. They became our children. We raised them. So yeah, so it was a boy and a girl. They were stepbrother and sister. No, half brother and sister, sorry.
Not related to us.
Yeah, they weren't blood related to us in any way, and we raised them.
All right, next I have Bree9380 on YouTube, and she asks if you have had any dreams lately that you can't explain.
Yes, I have. Hey, Bree. I have had this reoccurring dream of these two brown-haired women that are being held like hostage in this house. And the weird thing is, it's not like an abandoned house, like there's not trash around, and it's not, you know, dilapidated or anything like that. This is like a legit home where people live. And they're literally chained, right? Their wrists and their ankles are chained with chains to this thing in the wall. And they're being abused, they're being starved, they're being really bad. And I continue to have the same dream where I see them, but I don't know who they are, and it's like I can't get to them or anything, so I don't know what the hell I'm seeing. But yeah, I am having that dream, and it's scary, and I wish I could figure out what I'm seeing. Yeah, good question, though.
All right, Elizabeth McHale, 8312 on YouTube. Were you born with your ability?
I don't know if you would say I was born with it. I believe I was born with it. I've had it since I was little. I just stuffed it for a lot of years. And stuffed it and stuffed it and stuffed it and stuffed it and fought it and stuffed it some more. So I believe I was. When I had all the brain surgeries, I had the brain tumor, and then I had all the brain surgeries for the neurological disorder. I think that like made my gift stronger, if that makes any sense. And it came back with a vengeance. Like there was no way I could stuff it if I frickin' wanted to. That's how strong it was. Like, so yeah, I think I was born with it. Definitely.
All right, we have Amber Moonlight 22 on YouTube. Based on your interactions with spirits and those you have crossed over, what is heaven like? I think you talked about this already.
I talked about it earlier, but I do want to say this, and I don't know if I said this earlier. If I did, I'm repeating myself, and I apologize, but I don't talk a lot about the people that I cross over. There's a reason for that. I know there are psychics on YouTube that talk about it, and that's good on them. I just feel like that's something like so private. So I think I have talked about it here and there a little bit, like on Friday Night Live or something, but it's not something that I would make a whole video. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's so personal and private that I just feel like it exposes the person. Like, if that makes any sense, like, I just don't like to talk about that to everybody, you know?
I mean, would it be safe to say that there's a light following them, and hey, you need to go into the light?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, I've had that in several cases where I've had to say, you see that light over there? Yeah, you need to walk towards it. You know, excuse me, but I don't like to talk in detail about crossing people over. That's just not my thing to put out there.
All right, second question that Amber Moonlight 22 has is how do you protect yourself from darker or negative entities when connecting with the spirit?
Yeah. Excuse me. I pray. I do. I pray, you know, I don't know what you choose to call a higher power. If you believe in a higher power, I do. I believe in God. And I feel that God protects me. I can ask for the most minute thing and he protects me. Okay? So I feel like prayer, meditation, pray to whoever you believe in, pray to what you believe in. I know what I believe in, and I know that God protects me. And I pray hard, you guys, and I pray a lot. Like, especially if I'm connecting with somebody that I think is going to be negative, nasty, disgusting. um, and I just say whatever I need. I just say it and I receive it. So, yeah, I'm not very good at explaining it, but I pray really hard. Meditation, prayer. You say whatever you have to say to protect yourself. If that's an answer.
I mean, I'm a witness to, I'm always worried about you when I'm not with you.
Yeah.
Because it's my job to protect you. But I come now, over the time that I've been with you, I've seen God work in mysterious ways, to say the least. But I see Him protecting you, not only you, but me, because I'm,
Yeah. So Mr. V, when we go out and do different cases and work on different things, he's always with me. He's always with me. So, I do, and that does worry me. Like, I don't want something to get a hold of him, so I pray really hard.
Oh, here's a small tidbit. I had to go out by myself. My brother-in-law was moving, had to move some stuff, went to the shed to drop off some storage unit.
Honey,
Sorry.
my toe.
And so I got in my truck and was about to go. And Victoria tells me, be very, very careful driving over there because I don't have a good feeling. And so, lo and behold, I almost got T-boned by a truck. And so...
True story.
Yeah, true story.
Okay, so Mr. V got pulled away for work. So I'm gonna pick up this leg. Let me see if I can find. Oh, the next part of Amber Moonlight 22 on YouTube's question was, did you tell Mr. V you're psychic and how did he take it? So throughout the course of dating and getting to know one another, I would say little things here and there. But no, I don't think I don't know, it was a long time before I opened up and really fully told him. I mean, he started seeing things and he was like, what the hell is going on? But it was just weird. Like, I just felt comfortable around him, and I felt like whether I told him right up front or didn't tell him that it would be okay. I don't know, So, I mean, he started seeing little things and he would ask questions and I would just answer him. And then he just knew because he witnessed it, I guess, is the answer. That's, I have friends to this day that don't know that I have these gifts. Okay. I was close to these people and then they moved away. And I've just never sat them down and told them. If they would think back to some of the things that happened when we were really little, they would be able to figure it out because some really strange things happened when we were little. I would just assume everybody saw what I saw. So yeah, no, I don't think I actually ever up front came out and told him, but he started seeing things and he asked questions. And then finally just one day I remember I said, look, this is what's going on with me. And he's like, yeah, okay. And it was like no big deal. I mean, he'd been around me enough to see it, you know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, Beth Parker 3205 on YouTube asks, can you connect with animals across the veil? Okay, let me just say that I'm really sorry about Travis. She had a senior hound. I'm so sorry he's gone. In some cases, I can connect with animals, not in all situations. I don't know why that is. I don't know. Maybe it has to be something that I do all the time for it to grow stronger, for that part of my abilities to grow stronger. I don't know. But I am able to connect with some spirits of animals, and I do see a lot of animals and things. So, okay. Lady Dreadlock on YouTube asked, how do spirits of strangers find you? Do you live near a big hospital, clinic, hospital, or cemetery? Yes, yes, and yes. I live in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, the DMV area. There's tons of huge cemeteries, tons of huge hospitals. So yes, but it doesn't matter. Like, I've had people come to me from other countries. So I've been told by many spirits that when they've crossed over, they could see and were able to tell who could connect with them and who can't. So I hope that answers your question. It's a mystery to me, even. Like, it's always been a mystery to me. It's like they just know. They know, okay, she can understand what I'm saying. She can talk to me, so I'm going to go to her. And I've had spirits say that they knew right away they could connect with me and that I could hear them. Does it work that way with every psychic medium? I don't know. I just know me, but yeah. So I can tell you, when I kept stuffing my gift, I would see this room, okay, and there was like tons of people in this room, and it was almost like it was like a holding area for people that needed to cross over, if that makes any sense. And I would open myself up so they could see me, and I would just get bombarded with hundreds or thousands of people, spirits trying to talk to me, and it was very confusing. Trust me, it was confusing. So be nice, be kind, stay safe, stay healthy, and that about does it for me.